I'm starting to get the secret handshake with this camera, and it was actually faster this morning. I only spent 5 minutes trying to get the screen to activate. Oh, he doesn't know. The touch screen is all screwy, and when I plug it into the computer, I can't necessarily touch it to connect to PC. So I have to hold the screen.
How do you kill cameras and bikes? You are ridiculously hard on stuff.
Well, yes. The camera, that's the thing, is the camera is fine. It's the touch screen that's failing. And I probably would have had other cameras fail just as quickly with the touch screens if they had touch screens. But they had fucking buttons. But let's all get devicey and gadgety and have a touchscreen on everything. This isn't a dig on you, this is a dig on society. And I brought this up yesterday in the video, and I even held up my phone, that I do kind of understand how, like, my mom complains that why do I have to use the touchscreen to dial a freaking phone number? I'm like, this is true, but you can use voice on that one. I can't tell this thing, connect to computer, and have it do it. I can voice activate my phone.
Yes.
As long as I'm not talking about boomers. And it's entirely possible that what got screwed up is because it seems to be in the connection between the screen and the thing. And probably something more in that specific area. Because when the screen is in this mode, I can touch pretty much anything on the edge. So I'm thinking, since it's one of those that's not, I mean, it's obviously touch sensitive, but it's not capacitive touch. It's got like the two things that you pinch together, that they're worn out a bit in that specific area. But who knows? I don't know. But it definitely seems like there's something within the connection between the screen and the camera. But the more moving parts, the worse things get sometimes. Like I said, the camera's still like good. I just having trouble. That's why I'm like happy in the morning that I only have to transfer things once. That I'm not messing with it too terribly much. I walked a little too close to that little soccer goal, and I thought Aaron was gonna bash his knees into it and go all Nancy Kerrigan on me. Why was that referenced?
Because of Jamie Oliver.
We haven't watched Jamie Oliver in a while.
Last week tonight? John Oliver.
John Oliver. Like, Jamie Oliver is a person. That's why. I mean, and then, oh, right, and then I think there was even a reference on, I don't know.
There was a reference in the big musical number about eat shit off.
Right. I don't know. I guess it's just time to, it's past the zeitgeist after a fashion, so we can start making fun of it again. Because it's like, I've had a couple things bringing it up. But I also find it very odd that, oh, probably shouldn't have held the camera straight up. Whatever. Hi, we're drowning. That the longer I'm around people that don't understand my teenage year references, the more they come up from the depths.
Yeah, it feels that way.
Like, I'm starting to like bring up like 90s slang, and kinda some people get it here. There is that joke that Europeans are about 10 years behind the States. And to be fair, that's probably true. But then again, you also look at the States as being like 10 years behind Europe in other respects. Like a decent fucking government or something. We're about 100 years behind that one, but whatever. Oh, right, you. Walked inside and didn't clean the camera. Walked through a pile of birds back there too. I was too busy staring at the camera. Like they're too busy going after a Belgian waffle and I'm like kicking pigeons here. So I went to Albert Heijn, got my paper towels and beer and sambal and stuff that I didn't realize we were missing yesterday. Thomas just put out a datumpricker for the hotel at Groningen. I'm gonna do that one at home, I think. The phone's having an issue because they're jumping in between Wi-Fi's and not. So I put something on Patreon. Yeah, just letting you know. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, you guys, if you're on Patreon, you know what I posted. If you're Aaron, you know what I posted, because I took a picture of it and sent it to him. Yeah, one of my Patreons just got back to me, so sign up for Patreon. It's a little is like what, $1 a month, and you get these random things that come across my head. Sometimes they're a little risque. So you get much more of a adult mentality out of me. I mean, it's still relatively professional, but you know what I mean. I need to pause my music. I've been getting super emotional at the gym. I was doing lateral raises while listening to Coming Down. Actually, by the 5th time. I was watching reaction videos to that song. So I had an urge to watch some Five Finger Death Punch. And so I watched, well, actually it was Bad Wolves. I wanted to watch something because I'd watched a number of stuff earlier on Brexit. It makes me think of the Northern Irish border. And then I thought, well, this isn't a Gone Away. And then moved on to Five Finger Death Punch, which then moved on to some YouTube videos of reacting to like Gone Away, and then Wrong Side of Heaven, and then I saw a bunch of people were reacting to Coming Down, and I'd heard the song before, and I kind of had an idea what it was about. One of those songs I just sort of sung along with. Then I watched the video. When I saw the reactions, I was like, maybe I should watch the video before I, like Taliesin says, don't, if this is the first time you're watching the video, it's probably a bad idea to do it this way, so that's that. So then I watched it, got super worked out, working myself up again, watched a couple reactions to it. I wondered that without Willie, how far I would have gotten. I mean, to be fair, the first one had nothing to do with Willie or anything. But it probably... no one would have known. I didn't leave a note. I guess that's what hurts the most. In the video, and so many other people just leave notes, and I didn't. But there was a lot of imagery in that video that was similar to stuff that I felt. And it's just... I understand that you can't stop bullying, and that obviously I'm alive and was bullied. It's, you know, probably 5 billion other people are alive and were bullied. So obviously it's not lethal to the species, as some people would say, but sometimes something doesn't have to ripple through the entire lake to still cause a disturbance. And that's what too many people in politics do, is they use whataboutisms and then generalize to the population. You know, someone says, well, I'm lactose intolerant, I don't process milk very well. You know, it's probably also not a good thing to be raising all these cows for milk. What about these other people? They're able to drink milk just fine. What makes you so special? Something like that. And so, sorry for the tick. I don't know if this camera picks it up. About a minute left on my right leg. I didn't stretch yesterday. Well, I didn't stretch the hamstrings yesterday. I just went straight to the room, the boom bod. Today, I sat in our tub with really hot water. That way, like, I'm getting distracted because my brain is like, you've had enough depressing thoughts. And I'm like, I feel like I need to push myself to freak out. You know, and maybe I would have been fine. You know, but maybe I was the friend for Willie. Maybe he was on coast, putting up that manly facade, not facade. And then it would have. I don't know. I don't know what would have happened if I wasn't there and he still broke up with her. And my headphones just turned off because they've been idle too long because I've been recording. Had my music paused, so there was no. Whatever. I gotta put this thing down, put on the actual leg I'm trying to get stretched out. I'll chat with you guys tomorrow for probably something a little happier. Let's hope so.